quiet seaside town, an evil lain to rest centuries ago, has risen. An abandoned fortress deep in the swamp holds a secret that could save the village or destroy it. Now, a band of adventurers sets out to dig up the wounds of the past and bring the light of day to the roots of ruin. This is Tabletop Gold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Gold, The Roots of Ruin, episode 181. I don't want to say this if it's not true, but I do feel like it's a prime number. Do we think it? Do we feel like it is?
Doesn't add up to 9.
Yes.
We do. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Zoe says yes, and so I'm going to say hello first to myself. Hi, I'm Lars Casteen. Welcome to the show. And then I'm going to say hello to Zoe. Hi, Zoe. How are you?
Hi, good prime time.
Good prime time. Oh, you're hearing prime time. Our audience may be too young to remember what prime time was. There was a certain period
They're all
of
young
the
people,
evening
yes.
where the television networks would play shows that would make them lots of money and cost them lots of money. It was called prime time, and that's what you're listening to right now.
8 to 10.
I'm joined today by also David the Tin Man Chernicoff.
Good that time.
Good that time. Robin Lange is here.
Good prime that time.
Good prime that time. And our Matt Humphreys is here as well.
I am. Good USDA prime time.
Oh, like the beef? Is that a beef situation?
That's definitely a beef situation, which was the name of my high school ska band, incidentally.
Was it really? Was your ska
No.
band actually called USDA Prime?
I honestly,
Or
I
the
wish it
beef
was.
The
situation?
beef situation is a
situation.
great band name.
Everybody
right?
Rorschach their own ska band name into that joke. Man, it was perfect. We filled in their own blank.
Armit, did you play in a ska band in high school? Was that your métier, as it were?
More like a skate punk band,
Okay.
or like pop punk, but
They were
Yeah.
closely aligned at the time.
was all
ska
still-
and
Yeah.
punk where there was overlap.
Strange early third wave ska. So
totally. I was a big Less Than Jake fan.
Yeah. Did they ever find anybody that was more than Jake to fill the shoes of that band when they went away? How's it going, everybody? This is a show. For our chat conversation today, David, you sent a cryptic note saying that you found an object that tell me, what is this object that you found? I actually don't know what we're talking about. So
I will tell
help me
you.
out here.
I will tell you in a moment. First, I need to tell you all that I was in a ska band in high school.
Okay.
Were you?
Were you?
What was
What'd
your
you
ska
play?
band's name?
Were
Really enjoyed Less Than Jake. Real Big Fish. We covered a Real
I
Big
loved
Fish
Real Big
song.
Fish. I was a big
Yeah.
Real
You
Big Fish
were
fan.
in Real Big Fish?
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
I still am.
Mighty Mighty Boss Stones.
Do you think they ever found the fake small fish there, David? How's it going?
Remember,
David, what was the name of your ska band?
it's funny. So the two people who were singers in it were my friend Eric and my friend Andrew. Andrew went by MC Flea. He rapped.
Mm.
And so the name of the band was called E and MC Flea.
E and MC Flea.
Mhm.
Was it just the two people in the band, or you were like the backing band?
There were
of
5 of
these
us.
Two.
But
Got
it was
it.
named after the two dudes who did the
I will note
vocals.
that D fits right in there. It wouldn't have been hard to be
Yeah.
like E and D
Yeah.
and MC Flea.
I wasn't upset that I wasn't in the name or anything like that.
But your rage glasses are on, though. So you can see how you're sending us
Yeah.
some mixed messages there.
Yeah, I forgot
Great
about
trying.
that. I had misplaced these. Some people who watch the show may have noticed that I haven't been wearing them the last couple of episodes. And I found them and I didn't want to forget, so I put them straight onto my face, and that was actually not that great a plan.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I love it.
Did your ska band, David? And then
Yes.
we're going to get to the topic in just a
We
second.
don't need to.
Did your ska band play any covers? I know that there's like a
ton.
proud history of covers, like ska covers of non-ska songs. Was that something that you dabbled in your high school
I know
band?
exactly the type of like cover that you're talking about.
Like a Save Ferris playing, what is that? Come On Eileen,
Oh,
the
man.
Right on
cover of that.
10 Things I Hate About
Love
You, right?
On the
Or-
10 Things I Hate About You soundtrack.
There's a
right,
great
exactly.
Real Big Fish version of Take on Me.
Take on Me,
Yes.
exactly.
Mm.
What was that one where the whole thing they did was covers?
Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, I think.
Yes, Me First, the Gimme
Oh,
Gimmes.
yeah, love them.
Ska covers of like stuff from the 50s. Love that band.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
One
cool.
tin soldier walked over. God, that's a jam, honestly.
There's a YouTube channel that gets discussed frequently on our Discord that it's like the entire thing is this dude does ska covers of like unexpected modern pop songs. So there's like almost the entire Chapel Roan record in ska covers and like almost like, you know, like Incubus songs as ska covers, that kind of stuff. So this is a tradition that has been matured and has become part of the fabric of our lives.
I
David.
appreciate, though,
Yes.
just before we move on, that this has not been a bash on ska call at all. Because I feel like many people I know of our generation want to go on and on about how terrible ska is. And I like that didn't happen here because I think it's great.
Yeah.
There's definitely some bad ska out there, but as a
There's
rule,
bad
it's not
any
bad.
kind of music.
Yeah,
out there,
Exactly.
right?
I was
Exactly.
going to say.
It's like the people who are involved in ska at this point are involved purely out of enthusiasm. There's no other like ulterior motive that could possibly drive somebody to ska other than I love this and I want to do it. You know
Right.
what I mean? So you can trust
Driven
these
to
people.
ska.
So this
Which is more than
actually-
you can say for like any other venue in the world.
So that
today.
means, dude, that this belongs on our list of things that you can't do ironically.
I think
actually.
this,
Yes.
absolutely.
Totally.
Cannot ironically be a fan of ska.
Yeah. Tilapia and ska, just like we.
Just like we
The classic
said,
pairing.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the real big
so-
fish.
That
David,
that was the
We
real
figured
name
out
of the
what
band.
kind it was.
it was a tilapia.
Yeah, my friend who rapped was Tilapia, and my other friend was.
But did you guys play covers? Was that like I'm still sort of hanging on to find the ska cover that your band played in high school?
I'm afraid I might disappoint you. We played
Okay.
lots of covers, but we did not do the specific type of cover that you're referring
Yeah.
to. That's like
this fantasy that I have
a
of
non
a ska version of Smooth Operator or something like that you would have played.
Yo, I would
No, I
listen
wish
to
I'd
that.
thought of it. Like we covered a lot of songs, some of which were ska, some of which were not. We never did a ska cover of a song that wasn't ska to begin with, which is the kind you're talking about.
Right. No, I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. It's
You
like
didn't ska-fy anything.
Correct.
you didn't contribute to the ska canon, the scannon, if you will.
That's that. Yes, that's right. That was the
How
name
could
of our.
we not?
That was the name of our first album, though. The Scannon.
the scannon?
Yeah.
The Western scannon?
Oh.
That's somebody I'm sure
Honestly,
has done that.
that's good.
It is good.
So David, let's move on to the.
Do you actually want to move on to the other thing? I mean,
we teased it. Let's maybe hold on to it until later.
Yeah, for sure.
Does anybody have any other ska dreams that they want to share? I can share a ska dream or
Please.
two.
Yeah.
I was ideologically, that I'm giving that word more credit than it deserves, or less credit than it deserves. I
Some
was like
amount
on
of
the
credit
the other
disproportionate.
side of. Sorry. What did you say?
Some amount of credit disproportionate.
Yeah,
to its
you'll
deserts.
hear why this is like why I'm talking like a lunatic right now. Basically, like where I grew up in Charlottesville, Virginia, there was a really strong ska contingent and a really strong goth contingent, and I was always goth affiliated. Like
of course, I wouldn't doubt nothing less.
okay, I don't know why that's so certain. We'll dig into that later, but yeah, I felt very angry at the ska people for having such a good time. I was like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be miserable and stomp around. That's what being a teenager is. Like, how did you people skip all of your angst and get straight to joy? Like, what? You're lying. I thought they were dishonest. I thought they were lying to themselves and to me about it.
It's possible.
So I was part of a great cultural war, one of the most famous culture wars that I think this country's ever seen.
Yeah.
In terms of Central Virginia ska v goth, and it turned out, I think ultimately that all of those people were just friends with each other. I think everybody just like was nice and hung out and had a good time. The division was purely of my imagining. So
Yeah, Occam's Razor, which incidentally is probably what all the goths
Skockham's
were
Razor?
naming their bands. Skockham's Razor.
Skockham's Razor.
Yes, that was the name of my solo act.
any other ska memories from people?
I mean, I really enjoyed ska. I was at boarding school, so like we weren't getting out of the bubble of boarding school for social life that much. But I was definitely like, Southern California ska punk was definitely music I enjoyed. Although, while you were maybe more goth in high school, I was with a group where we definitely went through a mod phase.
A mod phase, as though you were British and from the 1960s.
And driving Vespas. Yes, there was a lot of The Who getting played. Also miserable with the world, but slightly, I think, more enjoyable music than some goth music. But yeah, we hated everything as well.
But you looked good while doing it. You looked great.
We tried.
Yeah.
I've gone through many phases. Rockabilly, anything with fun clothes.
Yeah.
It's not the clothes, not the music.
Do you have any?
I mean, it's the music,
Sonny and
but-
I
Cher
want to know
cover
about this
band.
rockabilly. Now I want to transition to
Yeah.
talking about this rockabilly phase that
Yeah.
Robin was in.
Well, this also makes me wonder if I want to know the answer to that. I also wonder, when swing revival was a thing, were any of you swing kids
My
at the time?
sister in LA would go to the swing clubs.
Mm.
And by swing clubs, I mean dance, not the other kind of swing. So she was
Fair
very much into that when I was big in LA. I mean, I like Squirrel Nut Zippers.
The Squirrel Nut Zippers with their song "Hell."
Hell, yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Yes.
I definitely had a couple swing CDs.
Are you aware of electro swing? This music that these kids were listening to 10 years ago?
No.
No.
It's really something. It's swing music with a techno beat behind it. It's exactly what you would think it is. It's like Europeans with a very heavy drum beat and like a bunch of accordions and stuff like that playing as people in pork pie hats do like swing on a moon hanging from a rope or whatever it is that
so
happens.
I
For
know
my
what I'm
whole
listening
life-
to this weekend.
I have had trouble like having a conversation and listening to music at the same time. Like I can do either one. I can listen very deeply to, but if they're both going on, it's hard for me to toggle. Like
Sure.
some people can put on a record. Some people can put on music and like
Put
write,
on an LP.
like with lyrics
The
and,
Victrola?
and still write or whatever. I can't do that. Lars, I can't, because we're having a conversation about it. I cannot make my brain make the music that you're describing.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'll send around some links after the show.
Yeah.
And we can debrief
Yes,
later.
please do.
That'd
I
be a
look
huge
forward
relief.
to this.
But now it's time for us to move on,
Okay.
friends. Electro swing will have to wait because we are going to jump into a pretty gnarly situation in our game. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Your hunt for the black dragon Ravarex, among other things, has led you deep underground to the hunting grounds cherished by an enclave of friendly drow. Just as you started heading across this vast, untamed subterranean region, you were waylaid by a pair of toxic fungi known as Reaper Skull Puffballs. They attacked, and you started fighting for your lives. Within 15 seconds, the puffballs fumigated the area with deadly spores, inflicted horrific poisons upon you, and paralyzed you with their moist tendrils. Right now, at the moment that we were picking up, you struck one of them down, rupturing the spongy material holding the spores within and unleashing a large blast of potent mycological toxin.
Great recap. That was
Thank
awesome.
you. I feel proud. I think it's the first time that I was able to tap into the things that gross me out most about mushrooms.
Yeah.
Realizing that
This
I
is like
dislike how
therapy.
spongy they are. It is like therapy.
Yeah. It had that energy animating, and I loved it. The moist tendrils, like
The
oh,
moist-
I could feel
Oh.
the revulsion there.
Yeah. Let me tell you, dude.
It was real.
Moist tendril, by the way, also the name of my high school.
Lars
ska
can
band.
also feel the revolt. Yes.
Okay. So here's the situation. Mag, with the first action of her turn, just punctured the outside of this Reaper Skull Puffball, and it is starting to spray these spores everywhere. I need to get a fortitude save from everyone, but I need to sort of apologize for something before we do that. In the way that we ended the last episode, you would think that Isthan is the only one who is in danger of getting knocked out here. I totally undersold. After we went off the air, Zoe was like, dude, I'm about to get knocked out too. So yeah, both Isthan and Ao, seeing these 44 points of damage coming their way, both of them could be knocked out. The situation with Isthan is particularly dire for a couple of reasons. One, he's wounded. So if he gets knocked out, instead of going to dying 1, he'll go to dying 2. On top of that, Isthan also is at stage 3 of this skull rot poison. So at the end of his turn, no matter what happens, he's going to be taking damage from that, which is either going to make it harder to keep him up if he's up, or harder to keep him alive if he is down. And I've done it again. I undersold the damage, the threat to Ao, because Ao is at stage 2 of skull rot poison. So it's a situation right now where Mag and Trill seem to be pretty healthy to me. Does that line up with your perception of reality right now, y'all?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Trill definitely, this is one of those fights where hindsight is 20/20 already. And that I am still kicking myself for my choices on Trill's last turn. Trill should have pulled out Soothe, and I feel like that mistake is really affecting things.
Well, Robin, I feel the same way about my choice to then batter this thing. Yet another thing Mag and David have in common is that we cannot remember that when you explode these mushroom, poison things, they poison everybody. It has happened over and over and over again. So I almost think, I won't speak for you, Robin. The fact that I have a lot of hit points left, I am not ready to collapse, I think made me not particularly thinking that through as much as I should. I was cavalier because of my own health status.
I'll add that Trill, though, at max hit points is still about half of Mag's hit points.
No comparison there, but
yeah, it's interesting.
She's tiny.
Mag is perfectly spec'd to fight these. Mag could go toe to toe with these mushrooms all day long. The likelihood that they're going to be able to do anything to incapacitate her is low.
But she ought to know better than, what she did.
She's distracted by the dragon. She knows he's somewhere.
Boy.
He, she, they.
Boy, howdy.
So we are in a situation right now where, people talk about how these games tell stories. I think that this is a situation where the moment-to-moment story of what's about to happen here is, I think, it could go any way depending on how these dice are rolled. So let's stop beating around the bush. Let's get into it. Everybody, please give me this fortitude save as white spores blast in your faces and get into your lungs. Zoe, how did Ao do? How did Dara do here?
Dara, not the spider though. 23.
Okay, so that means you take the full damage and Ao goes down.
Shit.
Wait a second. Did you say 23?
Oh,
wait,
it's a 23.
Ao rolled a 23.
Yes.
Oh,
What?
23, the magic of 23!
Well, so it will be my last hero point, but
I don't know if it makes sense to use it, but
Let's take a look at it. Let's take a moment.
All right, we got a card here from Justin from Portland, Oregon, entitled The Number 23.
We've been holding on to this
trigger,
for over
course,
2 years.
Is that the result of your attack, saving, or skill check is roll is 23. Then the effect is the universe senses the importance of the moment, increase or decrease the degree of success of the roll by 1 step.
Oh my God.
Feels like it's probably, I don't know if it's the best use of a hero point when I'm hurting, but I gotta do it. It's just too good. If this is how Dara goes, then that's what the universe wanted.
Okay, so do we recall what your hit point total was before you
34.
went down? It was 34. Okay, so if you are boosting that up using, thank you. It was from Justin, right?
Yes.
Thank you to Justin. Thank you so much. We've been, and like Robin said, we've been waiting on that thing for 2 years. The crazy convergence.
You're literally a lifesaver.
Shout out, Justin. Welcome to our table.
So you're going to take 22 points, and that means that AO is still up.
Huge.
Wow.
But is close to going down. Okay, this is another. We'll do Isthin last. David, how did Mag do on this?
Well, it's a big bummer, Lars. I rolled a 2 on the die, which is a 22.
Okay, it's 44 points of damage, and you're exposed to this skull rot. So I need a Fortitude save from you, please.
Okay. Jeez. It's a 3 on the die for a 23. So now I'm going to be rotting too?
Welcome to the club, baby.
Yeah, so that means that Mag is going to be going to stage 1 of skull rot poison. I'll figure out I'll just do it right now. That means Mag is going to take a full on, I rolled an 8 on a D8, 8 points of poison damage.
Ooh.
And becomes enfeebled 2, which is really not good for this situation.
Bad.
That's really bad. So, a dicey situation to say the least. But here we go. How did Trill do on this save from the exploding situation?
The dice are in my favor. I got a 19 on the die, so 33.
All right. Someone's
Okay.
staving off the brain rot.
That's nice.
Oh, boy.
So you'll take half damage.
Still half damage with a 19. Jeez.
Yeah. Because you succeeded, you got half damage. Didn't critically succeed, so that's 22 points of damage, but you're not exposed to the skull rot. And now let's see what's going on with Isthin. Isthin has how many hit points left?
Isthin has 16 hit points left.
Oh, God. So you got a crit succeed it.
And I got a 15 on the die for a 30.
Okay, so that's a success. But you take half damage. You don't take more at this point from skull rot, which could have been catastrophic. But you do go back down.
Okay.
So Isthin is once more at 0 hit points and is now not wounded 1, but dying 2.
You know what? I think that this might be a moment to use another hero point card. This one's from Schadenfred. Thank you, Fred. It's called
Okay, let me play the thing. Give me the thing.
Yeah, play the thing.
So yeah, this hero point card is called Power Through, and the trigger is you're reduced to 0 hit points, and you dig deep for inner reserves of strength. Your body strains, but your soul endures. You aren't going down here. Not yet. You don't go down, and instead stay at 1 hit point.
Okay.
If it's your turn, you will not suffer any persistent damage at the end of your turn,
Okay, also good.
but you also don't get to roll the flat check to recover from it. But you still increase your wounded value by 1. I think this is worth it to keep Isthin up. And
Sure.
I think this is incredibly dangerous, but let's see what happens.
well, I still have one more in case of the worst to stabilize potentially.
Okay. So that said you went down to 1 hit point?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you to Fred for that. Thank you,
Fred.
Schadenfred. Huge
Fred.
contribution to the show.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So this is essentially like orc ferocity, which is the thing that exists in these games. It's like when orcs get knocked down, they stay at 1 hit point and stay up. This makes Isthin's next turn. Isthin, I believe, is going after the puffball next, and
Right.
Isthin is also paralyzed. So
That's right. I
Isthin
forgot I was paralyzed.
is going to have a lot of trouble drinking anything, or like this is extremely dangerous, I think. But I guess let's see what happens, shall we? It is now.
We don't like to blame our listeners, but if it goes poorly, we have that possibility, right? Like,
or maybe me making poor tactical decisions, I think.
Sure. I see that as well as a possibility.
180 episodes in is good for a heel turn against our listeners. I think we
That's right.
It's a prime number.
Yeah.
That is it for resolving that exploding, the death explosion of this fungus. And that means that Mag has 2 more actions on her turn. What is Mag going to do?
I will mention Iston has a healing potion on his belt.
Yeah, so does Mag.
Just in case it comes up.
So does Mag. So there's really 2 paths here.
Could Mag
One
take 2
path is-
actions to shove healing?
Yeah, I can grab the healing potion off my belt, and I can pour it down Iston's throat and administer it to him since he's incapable of moving on his own.
Or Aos, either one.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say ew.
The other
Also-
path would be I can go and bash and kill the other thing, and we can do everything that we just did a moment ago over again, but with like way fewer hit points. So show of hands.
Oh.
On the other hand, the threat will be done then, right? I mean, but you'd have to kill it. Which,
I'm not doing that. Like we might want to run away at this point rather than and like
well, we do have a paralyzed
we have 2 people who are nearly dead, one of whom is paralyzed. 3 of us have skull rot now.
This might be a good case for
Trill, come on, get skull rot. We're all doing
running
it.
off to lick our wounds.
Yeah, we're running low on. I'm trying to remember the initiative order. I can't pick you all up and carry you away, so we're gonna have to let it have one more turn here.
Yeah.
If it comes near, I can reactive strike. Anyway, help me understand the So Iston is paralyzed and at 1 hit point.
Iston has
And
to
at
get
the end of
picked
his
up.
turn is going to take damage from the poison.
Right.
Iston at the end of his turn is either going to dying 3 or dying 4.
Could
Great.
Iston delay until after my turn?
No. I mean, he could delay, but the poison's still going to
Poison will
happen.
still
right,
happen
because
then,
that's
okay.
this round. David, the other thing you could do is like try and distract, like move up past it and distract it and like get it focused on you. I don't know if that'll work. It's a fucking mindless spore, so maybe.
Yeah,
but like,
I'm also the nearest to it anyway. I mean, it as we're currently arrayed on the map, I am closest. You and I are closest to it. It's off to our east, and you and I are on the east side of where the party is standing. And I'm sort of generally closest.
Maybe if Mag does like run right up to it, that might divert attention.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
I think at this point, I think that we've spelled out the possible ways forward, and I think it's David gets to do like whatever you want to do on your turn, David.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour a healing potion down Iston's gullet here, and trust that I'll be able to turn around and reactive strike it. Hopefully, if it comes closer.
Okay. So, what is this healing potion you're using, David?
Yes, that's a good question. It is a massive healing potion. No, there's no such thing. The one that I appear to have looks like it's a lesser healing potion. Matt, is the one on your belt any better than that?
I think the one I have on my
Do you have a
belt,
moderate?
I have a moderate, actually. If you want
All
to
right.
grab that,
I do.
I would appreciate it.
I am next to Iston, so Lars, am I able to reach into his space?
Yeah, for sure.
Grab it?
No
Okay.
problem.
So then, what are the specs on the moderate healing potion, Matt?
I will get 3d8 plus 10 hit points, which is a good chunk.
Yeah. The lesser one I had was 2d8 plus 5. So 3d8 plus 10 sounds like more.
All right. 27 hit points.
Hey, that
Huge.
was a nice roll,
ooh,
too.
wow,
Not bad.
That's
7, a 7, and a
amazing.
3.
I
Awesome.
will take it. Thank you. That is huge. I no longer have a healing potion. Perfect.
And, Trill, don't hold back on more healing
Oh,
when
yeah,
the time
no,
comes.
worry.
We should get
Not
you
gonna
back
make
in the
that
healing
mistake
business
twice.
and me back in the damage business, rather than continuing our little swapsy that we did here. But this is I think we're in overall better shape at the moment than I thought we might be at the end of this turn. So fingers crossed.
Okay. The puffball that is floating, descending down to the earth in the fungal outcropping to your east, floats down another few feet and is now resting on the ground. And Mag sees one of these white tendrils whoosh, lash out towards her, and it strikes her. Oh my God.
Aw. Poor guy.
Oh, we needed
The dice gods are with us today.
very bad.
Okay, this is a fresh stack of 13 spades. If I draw the ace, I hurt myself. I drew the 8 of spades.
They sound
So-
similar. Does that count?
It does count. Stay tuned for more on that, Zoe.
Oh boy.
There may be a hero point card that plays on that bit of confusion. So somewhere in the deck.
Dancing with a puffball.
It's gonna try that again. It swings its tendril out towards Mag one more time. That's a 21 to hit.
It's a miss.
Okay. Here we go. This is an interesting turn.
Boy.
Isthin's turn. Isthin is afflicted by stage 3 skull rot poison, which means that he is enfeebled 2 and drained 2. That drained has been temporarily turned off by a spell from Trill. On top of that, he is paralyzed from a strike by the puffball's tendrils. He is wounded 2, and he is prone, which means he's also off guard.
Yeah.
The big thing that matters here is that he's paralyzed.
Yeah.
So Isthin is unable to do anything that doesn't that uses his body. It says that basically all Isthin's able to do is recall knowledge and use actions that require only your mind. So what are we doing here?
I think then the only profitable thing I can do is try to recall knowledge about these things, I guess.
Or you could delay, take your poison stuff, and take your actions back after Trill if she can unparalyze you.
I can't unparalyze him.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
also,
I-
I think he just loses the turn then because this is like the end of the round.
Yeah, because I had already tried the scroll that she had, and it didn't roll high enough to unparalyze him.
Other than that, it was a super cool idea I had.
Yeah.
We're just greenhousing, you know?
Yeah. No,
So we're recalling knowledge.
no good
yeah,
ideas in a brainstorm.
might as well.
No good ideas in a brainstorm. Okay, so this is going to be a nature check from Isthin,
All right, cool.
as he is locked in looking at this puffball.
All right, blind, right? There we go.
Yes, please. Okay. Isthin knows that. Oh, sorry. Tell me what you want to know.
Weakest save, maybe? Probably will.
Yeah. Its weakest save is its fortitude save. It has a spongy, brittle exterior that is that is easy to break through
Oh, fascinating.
or easy to grab a hold of. Okay, at the end of Isthin's turn, we're looking at a couple different things. We're looking at a save to unparalyze, and we're looking at this poison check.
Right.
What do you want to do first, Isthin or Armet?
They're both fort saves, right?
Yeah, they're both fort saves. That's right.
Let's do paralysis, then poison.
Okay. Here's your save against paralysis.
All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Well, that's not so good. That's a 17, but I think I want to hang on to my hero point in case of death. So Isthin's not
Yeah.
moving, I guess.
Okay. Isthin stays paralyzed, doesn't manage to get past this paralyzing toxin that's stuck on the tendrils of these puffballs, and now here comes a save against skull rot.
All right, let's see. Come on, baby. 26? Probably not.
Okay, so that's a failure. You remain at stage 3.
Okay.
So you take 3d8 poison damage.
Oof.
That's
Dang.
16.
All right.
Jeez.
The nice thing is, though, that's not enough to knock me down.
Thanks, Mag.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Mag.
Yeah. Well, what's that? I get a hero point for healing as well. That's, I mean, I guess I usually get my hero points for other stuff,
Point card.
but yeah, that was pretty
Very
heroic.
good.
It was like selfless and
It was
thinking
it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's just that I want you to keep aiming higher. You know what I mean? I don't want you to accept what's already happened. I want to. Did you ever see the movie Stand and Deliver, where Edward James Olmos taught a bunch of at-risk children how to do math?
Am I?
That's, I
am
think-
I?
You're
James
Escalante,
or are you?
Yes, that's
trying
you.
to
That's
be-
you in the story,
You're
and
trying to
I'm
be-
the annoying student who doesn't know how to behave himself.
You're Lou Diamond Phillips.
Me.
Okay, I got
I'm
it.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
So is
Exactly right.
David our Jaime Escalante then?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
That's right. Yes. Okay. So Istin remains poisoned, but I'm gonna tell you some good news. At the end of the turn, Istin does feel this poison continuing to work its way through his body. Eventually, if he can stay alive, this poison will get will
its
get
course.
processed
Yeah.
and it will go away. He just has to survive through that time. More on that right now. It's the top of round 4. It's Trill's turn. Trill sees Istin and Ao both laid out in front of her. It's a desperate situation. Both of them desperately need some healing. So what's going to happen?
That's the question. Because both of them, I think I have the exact same number of hit points left.
Which do you save?
Or do you
I
just
never
run?
thought Istin would be
you know?
Gwen
So-
Stacy in this problem here.
Now what's Istin's situation with his levels of dying and everything, and wounded versus Aos?
Istin is wounded 2. So if he gets critted, he'll go up to dying 4 and die, I believe. Is that the correct
Right,
ruling?
but Ao hasn't gone down at all yet, so I could always use rescue Ao on a future one next round should Ao need it.
I mean,
I'm trying to avoid having someone's character actually die.
Oh no, I totally understand the stakes of the situation.
So I think Trill has to go for Istin.
I think Istin is the obvious save
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so
Istin
too.
it is. Okay, so Trill looks back and forth between Istin and Ao, and sees them both struggling, but sees Istin is even worse and feeling bad about her bad choice in her last action. She's going to go ahead and I think cast a.
I thought it was a good choice. So don't beat yourself up about that.
I'm
Certainly
going to
not
go
on my
ahead and
account.
cast 5th rank Soothe.
Ooh.
So 5th rank Soothe is going to do 5d10 plus 20. So he's at least
Dang.
going up 25.
On the other hand, Istin is paralyzed and can't help you fight.
That's true, but we also don't want him to die.
I'm just trying to cast doubt into
Thank
everybody.
you.
though.
I already rolled it.
I'm
You
just
gotta
being
do
a
it.
gremlin tonight. Is
You
what
gotta
I'm doing.
do it.
I was
Istin-
imagining.
That's 47 points of healing for you.
Oh, thank you.
That's good.
I will totally take that.
And Istin seems to get some color back in his cheeks.
It would be
Yeah.
wild if you declined that.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
good.
that'd honestly be
thanks.
kind of shitty.
Yeah,
And-
ungrateful.
I
for
also hit on a
Trill's-
17 though, so you know.
There you go.
For Trill's 3rd action, she's going to get ready to aid Ao.
Why don't you aid Mag? I'm not sure
Um,
I'm going to have the bandwidth to do much attacking.
Well,
on
no,
my
it doesn't have to
turn.
be an attack. I could aid you in something else. Like, could I aid Ao in like trying to use
In
some
healing
spell or
of some
something?
kind, maybe.
I'm probably going to be reaching in and getting a healing potion, and I don't know.
Yeah, there's not really an aid for that. You're right. Okay, so Trill's going to aid Mag
With
with an
like
attack.
a attack.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
she will.
Okay.
So she'll play some emboldening music to try and support whatever Mag chooses to do.
Okay. So Trill casts needed life-saving healing magic on Istin. No reaction from Istin because his body is locked in a rigor. It is trapped in place. And then sets up an offensive position to aid Mag.
Wait,
it's now,
wait. Robin, could you make me fly?
No,
You don't have enough actions, right?
I'm not near you.
Okay.
It would take 3 actions right now to make you
Okay,
fly.
yeah, then never mind. I think if I could fly, I could actually distract the thing away from the party. I don't think I can do that from the ground.
Sadly, I
All
would
right.
need 3 more actions. I'd have to move and then a 2-action spell.
Lars, is there anything else I could do to stall momentum here?
Spread my wings.
I'm sure you'll come up with
I
something.
can't believe no one is biting on Seal. I'm sorry.
I just feel like
actually
I shouldn't have said
Arcana-
anything in the first place, so now I want the turn to go.
Zoe, the issue is that wasn't Seal.
No,
That
that's R.
was-
Kelly.
That's R.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Well, yeah,
Nobody-
that's right, and we can't bite on that.
We
I'm
can't-
so
we
sorry,
can't do it.
everyone.
Yeah.
I've been
just
kissed.
can't.
I've been kissed by a rose.
Seal-
and I messed
yeah,
up.
Seal
There
would
you
be
go.
I want to apologize.
Seal would be like, no one ever gonna survive, which may happen
Yes.
to us in
This
this
could
combat.
happen.
Yeah.
We might go a little
Unless-
crazy too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the beginning of Ao's turn. Ao is affected by poison. Ao is wobbly on her feet. What's Ao gonna do?
Ao is gonna reach into her own bandolier and pull out. Or can I battle medicine myself?
Yes, you can.
Talk to me.
Faster.
I have a healing potion and I have battle medicine. I so rarely treat myself in fights. I think she's not gonna get a healing potion. She's just gonna battle medicine herself.
It is baller. Like, it's wild to be like,
Yeah.
I don't need this medicine. Just like stitch into your own
Just
skin.
gauze-
It
just
is
gauze.
totally badass.
It's just gauze everywhere.
It's like those futuristic sci-fi med packs that are just like EpiPens.
Yeah, it's like in every video game where you heal yourself by just stabbing your hand with a syringe.
Or those little Star Trek things that administered vaccines.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Was that the tricorder? Or was that a separate Star Trek?
No.
The tricorder was like the scanner, I feel like. It was separate, but
That's not
Okay.
Um,
So Zoe,
okay.
we're doing battle medicine.
We are. I have administered 21 points of healing to myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
It's no 47, but it's something. That's what happens when you're trying to self-suture.
And a good thing you get there is that's only one action.
Exactly,
The taking
yeah.
the potion would have been 2 actions. So what else is Ao up to now?
What else?
You still
is
take a
up to? I
potion.
was just assuming I was going to have 1 action left.
You can still do the potion on top of that.
Could also get out of range.
That
So
too.
that
a
was
great
going
idea.
to be my 3rd action, but now it can be my 2nd. So Ao is going to sidle herself down to sort of like the mouth of the cave. Is that 25-ish? It seemed like it was about 25. I don't know.
Okay.
And then Chomper's still in her hands, having gauze wrapped with one hand, and Chomper's is flinging about, holding the suture string. She pivots back on her heels, and as only Dara the Drow, not Dara the Spider, could do, fires 1 arrow. That's a 29 to hit.
The 29 hits.
Nice.
A little bit of a piddly damage roll, but it'll do a little extra damage. So that's 7 points of damage. Y'all,
7 points of damage, finding a weak point on the puffball as this piercing damage continues to do massive damage to it. Let's throw a hero point Zoe's way here.
Hell yeah.
Y'all, everything's coming up. Corpse flingers.
Corpse?
Corpse
Is there TH at the end of it? Why are we having trouble
I was
pronouncing this
trying
word?
to
What's
say
going
corpse
on?
throwers, then I remember that's not our name. It's corpse
Okay.
flingers.
But yeah, I feel like that's just so badass. Ao like stitching herself, running away, and just like and then blowing this puffball up.
Right.
Incredible.
That's almost as badass as like clubbing one of them to death until it explodes and then turning around and healing your friend with a potion
When
that you
you're not a
notice on
healer.
their belt.
When you're not a healer.
It's like sort of like that. It's not quite as awesome, obviously.
Well, no, because I retreated. I left the scene. So
Someone's salty.
No. Just heroic.
just heroic.
Heroic.
Speaking of heroism, it is now Mag's turn.
I run
Mag.
away.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I need to get a save from Zoe at the end of her turn against this poison. So please give me this fortitude save.
it's a 28.
That 28 is a success.
Oh, hey,
which
brain
rounds
rot.
up to a critical success. So Ao is no longer drained nor enfeebled because she goes from stage 2 to stage 0 with that critical success.
All right.
I was wrong.
And
That's
she
awesome.
shouts
Coming
out
up,
just
Dara.
a bunch of expletives that are not appropriate for this podcast,
All right.
Nice.
but all jubilant.
So if you were giving her the hero
Fucking
point
fuck!
now, maybe.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
So
right.
I guess like you kind of got bailed out by that amazing saving throw.
Yeah, there would have been a lot of egg on my face, and I really did save that egg off of
Totally.
my face.
Yeah.
See,
That
I've
egg
been
on
saying
your
you control
face.
the dice.
David, it's your turn. It's Mag's turn. What is Mag going to do?
She heads back to town.
Okay, smart.
The first thing I'd like to do is step up to it.
Okay.
So that I can reach it. And then I want to mash it with the piercing end of my giant hammer.
Is this going to be a knockdown or no?
I'll slam down it.
Okay. Excited.
Here is the attack roll. It's a 30 to hit.
Yes, that hits. Even though Mag is enfeebled.
Nice damage roll, 31 damage.
That's better than my 7. I gotta say, it's a little bit more heroic.
I like that we have numbers to express how heroic
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
is.
So.
We can compare these things. It's apples to apples. So yeah, the sharp end of the Earthbreaker punctures it. Spores fly into the air. Massive hit against this Reaper skull puffball.
Here is a 25 to trip. Probably not going to work.
Yeah, I don't understand why these things are so agile. It's crazy. Yeah, you try to trip it, and it just sort of boings and twists in the air. Like maybe something about the way that the gills on the underside of this fungus catch the air does something to, to
Yeah.
to
air
make them
currents.
twist around in the air. Yeah. So, Mag now going toe-to-toe with this Reaper skull puffball. This creature is not intelligent and I think sees a creature in front of it, sees that it's food, can reach it, and it's just going to try to attack Mag 3 times.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep
I need
missing
to.
this.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, you need to make the save against the poison at the end of your turn. So here comes that.
Oh my God! That the 3 fortitude saves from Mag this episode. I've rolled a 2, a 3, and now a 1.
It's not a very mag-like
No.
fortitude save.
Yeah.
So Mag goes straight to stage 3 of skull rot. She
Jeez.
feels the skin around her face start to weaken and slough away. She takes
Oh no.
18 points of poison damage, is enfeebled 2 as she was before, and is now drained 2.
Man, are we gonna get out of this thing? Woof.
It is the puffball's turn. The puffball is just going to swing thrice at Mag. First up, 16 on the die, really good hit. A 37 to hit.
Crit.
Okay. Mag takes 38 points of damage.
At some point, I'm gonna pass out here. Very soon, in fact.
Okay, here comes another strike from the tendril. This one is a 29 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Mag takes 26 points of damage.
Mag is down.
Wow.
Mag is down.
Oh shit.
The Reaper puffball starts drifting towards the rest of you.
Get the fuck away.
Yeah, we gotta run.
It is now Isthan's turn. Isthan, paralyzed, and a number of other terrible things are happening. At the end of your turn, you can make a save against the paralysis. Here's that save.
Yeah.
I never did that aid for Mag. That it mattered.
Oh, true.
All right. That is a 21.
Keep forgetting to do those aids.
21 fails. You're still paralyzed.
Iston has gotten really messed up by some status effects in this dungeon. The confused, the paralyzation. It's a rough dungeon.
It is now time for us to do a skull rot save for Iston.
I recommend having the thing I do where you succeed and then it just all goes away because it's better than that.
I'm going to aim for that. That sounds good. I don't know what I was thinking previously. All right. How's an 18 going to do?
Okay. Iston's going to take 16 more points of damage.
Okay. Well, thanks to Trill and Mag, he still has 43 hit points after he takes that damage, so he's still alive. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the top of round 5. It's Trill's turn. Mag has just collapsed, and the puffball is floating towards the 3 remaining of you who are still awake. What is Trill going to do? Where does the healing go? What's going to happen?
Trill's going to go ahead and cast that 5th rank Soothe again on Mag. So that's 42 points of healing going to Mag.
I'll take it. Boy.
Huge.
Boy, oh boy.
And
Thank you,
then
Trill.
for Trill's second action, Trill's going to go ahead and run away.
Third action, but yeah.
It's third action, yes, sorry. 1, 2, so 5, 10, 15. She can keep going, but then she's out of the... Can I keep going down here? Nope, doesn't let me... There's a wall there. It won't let me leave this area.
Yeah, I mean, if the party decides that they want to run away, then the question is just like, what are we doing with this? Then we'll resolve that. But if you all want to escape, then we'll do that.
I would love for us at this point to just pick up Iston and run back and heal up.
Right. You're out of I'm just thinking in terms of like sheer resources here. You're basically out of gas.
No, Trill's still got tons of spell slots. Those are just
Okay.
the 2 highest rank ones.
Got it.
I can still cast. I have plenty of level 4, 3, 2, 1. But
Iston's paralyzed.
because everyone was so down, I
Yeah.
wanted to use the highest healing I could.
Iston's paralyzed, and so he can't really contribute. You're at... We're all like low-ish on hit points. We don't have a sense of how many this has left. I don't know. It's very tough. Like I could... When my
Probably
turn
has
rolls
like
around...
75. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but
It's got more than any of us, probably.
It probably does. When my turn rolls around, or y'all could delay and I could go first and we could see how far I get on the map, I could run over, pick up Iston, and run toward the door, and that would probably get us pretty far out of there. I could also try and hit the thing a couple of times and end this that way.
I kind of feel like we're being risk averse and we should try to kill it. I don't know.
Like now that I'm back up to 40 more hit points,
Like one of us could die, but also like, I don't know. Let's fight the thing. I don't know. That's sort of
Yeah.
where I'm at.
I'll weigh in and say that I think that this plan to move Iston is going to be a lot more difficult than you guys are talking about it being, because Mag is prone, is going to need to stand up. She could leave her Earthbreaker behind, which is on the ground when she passes out. So that's standing up, moving, grabbing Iston. That's a turn,
Yeah.
right? On top of that, Iston is like all told with his gear
Yeah, he has
and his
heavy
body.
armor.
He's like 13 bulk, which is more than Mag is able to.
Okay, we don't list
Right.
people's bulk out loud on the podcast. That's rude.
Look,
That's rude.
No, we're
that's
not
why he's
bulk-
doing all the push-ups.
We're not bulk
you know?
shaming here.
But I think it's the kind of thing that I would hand wave were the guy not paralyzed. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
I also think
Like
for all
then-
we know, at some point it's just going to go after him and then kill him, right? Like I think we
if
kind of want
he
to
gets
end.
left behind, it's absolutely going.
Oh, we're
after
not
him.
leaving him behind, but I mean, like for all we know, at any moment it's turning on him, and could like literally
let's-
end his life, right?
So
Like,
Trill's just gonna, though, I guess, keep using Soothe each round. Because basically it's up
Great.
to Dara and Mag to kill it.
I mean, at this point, I think using Soothe each round, because it's keeping us all afloat, is basically like adding actions. Like
I'm
it's,
fine with that.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's less damage, but it's just like here's more actions to throw at the thing, which seems like a extremely good use of time.
Okay, it is now Ao's turn. It's now Dara's turn.
There's no way to make this thing distracted, right? Because it's
Correct,
mindless.
yeah.
It's mindless.
It's a bummer. I think Ao is scared for Isten's life, and she's gonna take her cues from Mag. Mag, can you get up? Is there anything we can do? Should we fall back? And so she delays for Mag to go to like sort of see where that gets them. Like, where can she best help? Sort of like is that like I think she doesn't quite get the like how bad things are with Isten. She's afraid this thing's gonna go after him, so she waits.
Okay. And
Like
Mag's
a hero
turn,
would.
it's a super heroic thing to do. Mag's turn is up next because she got moved above the Reaper puffball in the initiative. So Mag's got to turn quickly here. So what is Mag going to do?
Yeah, so I need to spend an action to stand up and an action to pick up my weapon.
If you want your weapon, yes.
All right, so I am not going to be able to hit it regardless. Because...
You could punch it. No, you're not close enough.
I'd have to move.
You could-
I mean, I could stand up, move to it, and punch it. But I don't
The-
think that's worth it.
The option you have for hitting it this round is to not stand up, but to crawl.
I'm sorry, that's a thing?
Totally.
And then I can attack it from the ground?
Crawl through
Yeah,
the
you'll be-
fungal forest.
That's right. I just dropped the rules for crawl in the chat.
Let's read the rules for crawl. Requirements: you are prone and your speed is at least 10 feet. Check. And check. You move 5 feet by crawling and continue to stay prone. And I'd be able to attack it from a prone position?
Yeah, you take a -2 to your attack, though.
I guess what we're talking about is grabbing the hammer from the ground where it is now, then crawling up to it and swinging at it from the ground.
It's pretty badass.
Love it. Kind of
Can I make a
heroic.
reactive strike from a prone position?
Totally, yeah, of course.
This is cool.
This is barbarian stuff, guys.
This is barbarian stuff. So what? So, and as she does that,
The only question it raises is why you haven't been crawling on every turn until now.
I couldn't. Failure of imagination, babe.
So, David, I have one more annoying thing to tell
Of
you.
course.
Because you got knocked out, you're no longer raging. It's going to cost you another action to rage.
I don't.
I think Dave is raging now.
No, that's fine.
For anyone listening along, he's taken off the glasses.
Yeah. Well, I don't deserve them. All right. I don't want to take the action to rage. I just want to be able to hit the thing once on my turn, and I'm pulling out all the stops to do that. Okay. So Mag grabs the hammer, and she crawls up to the thing, and as she strikes, what would she say? She would say something like, ah. Come the hell on. That is a 2 on the die, and that's not going to do it. Should I hero point this, y'all? I have 2 hero points.
Do it. Do it. It
Yeah.
feels like such a moment for it.
I got a hero
You can
point
have
it.
my hero point I just got. What do
no,
I
no,
care?
No. Lars has made it
It's our
clear
ours.
that one is for you. Okay. Here comes a reroll on the attack. It's only a 5 on the die. It's a 21 to hit. It's also going to miss.
That misses. Yeah. It's the Puffball's turn.
No, it's my turn.
It's Ao's turn.
It's Dara. Can we please?
It's Dara's turn. Sorry, it's not Dara's turn. It's Mag's turn. And I need to know how you do on this fortitude save at the end of your turn. As you try to save against Skull Rot.
That is a... What the hell? It showed me rolling an 11 and then registered the result as a 29, which makes no sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense because your fortitude save is insane. You have a plus 18.
Oh, okay. Yep, 29.
Okay, so Mag goes to stage 1, is no longer drained, and only takes a d8 of poison damage.
And Lars, I have
2 poison damage.
2 poison damage. I'll apply that. I have fast recovery. Is one of my. So was that reflected in the results you just read?
Well, so fast recovery. I
Each
forget
time you
exactly
succeeded
what
a
that
fortitude
does.
save against an ongoing disease or poison, you reduce its stage by 2.
Yeah.
Crit success In addition, you reduce your... Okay, there's a bunch of stuff with resting for the night, and then there's succeeding at fort saves against ongoing disease and poison. So I think
each critical success you achieve, which you just did, reduces the stage by 3. So that means that you clear it entirely.
Okay, yeah.
No longer enfeebled.
So he doesn't even take that 2 points of damage, right?
Doesn't even take the 2 points of damage.
Well, I'll take my damage back then.
Okay. Great. So it is now Ao's turn. Ao sees Mag crawl forward and try to chip into this fungus and not get anywhere. What is Ao going to be doing?
I will be flanking it if I move up next to it, even though Mag is on the ground.
Yes, but you'd need to be attacking with a melee weapon to gain the flanking thing.
So I'd have to draw my kukri, or I could use Foxfire, which would do fire damage, which does extra damage.
I'm not sure that Foxfire counts as a range or counts as a melee attack. I don't know for sure. Yes, no, it totally is. No, it's ranged. So it would be the kukri. It would be the kukri.
So I'd get 1 go at it, but it would be flat-footed, or I could not move at all and get 2 goes at it and another action. All right, well, that seems like the smarter thing to do. All right. Ao issues a string of less joyous expletives. Some of them actually invoke Dara the Spider, which is sort of confusing because there's like really no reason she needs to be involved in this, but she fires off 2 quick arrows at the puffball. First one is a 28 to hit.
That hits, yes. Triggering the weakness once more.
10 points, which is a little bit more.
Which is more, it's 20.
All right, and then a second arrow. More invectives follow, and that is a 30.
Also hits.
Not critical, though.
Not critical.
And that is 6 points.
Which is 16. This mushroom is looking very poorly off. You're still very close to it. You know that if it explodes, it'll get you.
Yeah. I think still unsure. Is there a door behind us? Like, can I retreat back further?
It's a hallway. I'm limited by the map and the technology. We're right at the bottom of the map here. So if you want to tell me that you're out there, I guess I can see what happened. Oh, yeah, you can still see yourself. If you want to move down there, you can do that.
I still want to be able to reach it with chompers, but fall back however far I can, which I can't tell if that's 15 feet or 25 feet. What's its range when it explodes, or do we know that?
20 feet, you know.
Okay, so if I can go back 20 or 25 feet, since I'm 5 feet away from it.
Yeah, let's just move you all the way down. Let's see if the map will even do it. The answer may surprise you. It's no. Let me just try to find like a place that I can put you. I can put you back here.
Death to you, and then there's a whole bunch more angry expletives.
Okay.
Hope Piston's okay, Ao says heroically.
It's now the Reaper. This thing is just refusing to let me move Ao on the initiative tracker where I want her to be. It's like
I've seen
legitimately
her every position but the one you want her in.
Well, go again, that's fine. That last turn went well.
I actually don't understand. Okay.
You could give her my turn.
It keeps like bouncing in spots that I know you're not trying to make it bounce.
Like what?
What is happening?
What is happening?
You could give her my turn. It was so good.
I did it. I solved the initiative tracker riddle.
I said it for you, babe.
Okay.
Is it because we all had such close numbers? Oh, I see it now. Because we're all registered at having 27.
Everyone's rolled a 27 on initiative. Okay, so the Reapers, the puffball is going to attack Mag. Mag is who's closest to it, so it's just going to try to go after Mag. So this is something that's typically safe, but it's scary right now. So here we go. Here comes a tendril towards Mag. It is a 1 on the die.
0 points of the puffball.
I have 12 cards here. Here it comes.
To kill itself.
It's a 2 that I've drawn. It's going to try to attack Mag one more time. Huge successful roll. Let's pull out the golden wheel, shall we?
Oh,
wow.
The wheel
I'm
is
taking my
out.
roulette wheel D20 and I'm rolling it on this attack against Mag.
Some good ASMR.
It is a 7 to attack, which is a 23.
23 misses.
Okay. You should be prone. Does it still miss even if you're prone?
Yep.
Okay. Third strike from,
We say
The tendril.
crawling?
and that's a 14.
Also a miss.
Wow.
Big turn from the puffball.
Well,
Wow.
At the end of the puffball's turn, it is now Isthen's turn.
That was
Isthen.
incredibly fortunate.
Isthen still paralyzed. What will happen with this paralysis save and the poison save? Let's start with paralysis.
All right. 21.
Okay, Isthen still paralyzed. More poison. How's Isthen doing on this? Fortitude save.
Let's see. That's 29.
Okay, that's a success.
Yes.
Isthen's drained condition goes down by 1. Isthen only takes 2d8 poison damage,
Okay.
5 damage.
That is much better than it
Before.
could have been. Yeah.
Anything
Okay.
before.
29 hit points.
So these couple of turns are making me realize something, which is that the die rolls matter so much.
yeah, it's
Right,
not
the
chess,
numbers.
dude. It's like it's not that kind of game.
Yeah.
Stuff just happens sometimes.
Stuff just it's like
Yeah.
really makes a big.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
interesting. 250 hours in, I'm starting to crack the code.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Prime
This is
number.
a difficult encounter. I'm enjoying this. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this. This is a tough situation. I'm finding this very interesting as we're moving through this.
Absolutely.
I think that you don't really see what this game is until you do a couple of these. You know what I
Fair
mean?
point.
Like you can't feel it until you're on the razor's edge a little
Sort of
bit.
knock down, drag out.
Yeah. Like fights where decisions matter, basically. Speaking of decisions mattering,
And how?
it's the top of round 6 and it's Trill's turn.
Yes, it is.
Trill still within 20 feet of this puffball.
So Trill would also like to move, but I also can't move my thing down there. I think you have to as the GM.
Okay.
So Trill's right now, is Trill 10 feet away from it or 15 because of the height?
Trill is 10 feet away from it.
Okay.
Just, I think you should bear in mind, Robin, and take your turn however you want to. If you move down where Zoe is, you're not going to be able to give any healing to
Yeah.
Isthen or Mag because you'll be out of range.
That's true. I think they're both okay right now, especially since Isten's been succeeding. So he's only getting those 2d8. And so Trill's going to do an attack, I think.
I think trying to end this thing is.
Yeah, we want to end this. Lars is like looking shocked.
Okay, okay.
I mean,
It's badly injured. It could die or it could kill us.
because it's not going to go again till after Mag's turn.
We're only minutes away from the great Trill will do Sue the whole bunch declaration of 2024. We've already done a complete about face.
No, I haven't. I did soothe for like 3 turns.
You're right. No, I'm joking.
I just don't know who to soothe right now. Like I could.
Lars seems his face.
I could use a little
He's
soothing.
looking a bit peaked, it's true.
Lullaby. Because AO definitely doesn't need it now. AO's far enough away. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. We're in the
No, you know
in the
what?
40s.
Because if this thing explodes, it's going to hit Isten. So yeah, Isten does need more healing.
Sure,
Because
that
otherwise,
makes
it
sense.
exploding can kill Isten at this point.
Yeah.
Because it can do a lot of damage when it explodes. So yeah, Trill will then stay where she is. Actually, I think Trill's going to move just further away on this side. So Trill will then just go ahead and cast, I guess this will be a 4th rank Soothe on Isten. And that's another 38 points of healing now for Istin.
Amazing.
So
Thank
Istin
you.
won't die now. Istin's now the most
I
healed
know.
out of all of
Honestly,
us.
if he wasn't paralyzed, I'd be having a great fight right now.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty
he's in
sure.
much
I don't
better
know.
shape than the rest
Yeah,
of
I
us.
can't do much.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Trill's move.
Okay.
This is
It's
sticking
Ma-
with the
it's-
great healing, the great soothe declaration.
It's Mag's turn. Mag is on the ground, prone, but holding the Earthbreaker, not raging. What is Mag going to do?
My first action, I will rage.
Here it comes.
Then I will hit the thing from the ground again.
It's rage time.
Angry on the ground.
The Magdaruna story.
28 to hit.
That hits.
16 piercing damage.
Okay. And with rage, I believe that is actually 23.
23. Yeah.
So
So
like
33?
33.
So 33 piercing damage.
Dang.
Okay.
That's good. That's a good
Big hit. Mag stands up, grabs the Earthbreaker, rages.
No,
More spores fly all over her.
no standing. No standing. Hitting from the
No
ground.
standing.
Raging,
Okay.
hitting from the ground because I want to use this third action to hit again. I don't even
Okay.
want to bother standing up.
Let's go.
And here is a third action, a second strike. Trying to finish the job. 4 is not going to do it. It's a 15. It's a miss.
Okay. Mag on the ground, having difficulty getting that hit to land, that final hit, that second hit.
David rages.
Can AO finish it off?
Ao's gonna retreat. No, just kidding. All right.
Back to town.
Ao fires quick 1-2 from Chompers.
Yeah.
Oh, teetered there on the 20 edge. That's a 32 to hit.
That hits.
That's 7 points of damage.
Okay. It's almost down. You see the spongy exterior of this fungus starting to deteriorate. The skull-like visage of this puffball disintegrating in front of your eyes.
All right, second arrow. 19 to hit.
Okay.
All right, third arrow. I got to do it, right? What
You
else am I
must.
going to do with this third action? 20 to hit.
Okay. It's the puffball's turn.
Oh,
Oh, man.
The puffball is right near Mag.
The puffball raging.
The puffball extends a tendril towards Mag. It is a 26 to hit.
That only hits because I'm raging.
No, it only hits because you're prone.
Well, yeah. I get my non-rage.
Rage doesn't ding your AC anymore.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh.
Word. Okay.
So that's 14 points of damage.
So you're saying it might have made sense to stand up. Interesting.
And I need Mag to make a fortitude save.
Here's the fort save. 17 on the die. 37.
Okay, another tendril reaches out towards Mag. That one's gonna miss. That's a 21.
Miss.
Okay, third tendril towards Mag. 19 on the die. A 30 to hit
Yeah,
Mag.
that hits.
Mag takes 27 points of damage.
I had 35 hit points left.
And needs to make a fortitude save.
18 on the die. 36. Crit success.
That's it for the puffball's turn. Mag, how many hit points do you have left, David?
Depends how you run the numbers, but it is showing as 15.
Okay. It's Isthin's turn. Isthin, still paralyzed. A terrible situation for Armat. Thank you for hanging out with us while we play this game next to you, Armat.
Oh, no problem. It looks like it's really fun.
It does look fun.
Isthin is locked in, and so is Armat.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get a fortitude save at the end of Isthin's turn
All right.
to try to not be paralyzed anymore.
28?
Isthin is no longer paralyzed.
that's big.
I am immortal!
Even if we
With the
all
help of
die,
my
this
friends.
fight has been a success
A
now.
really, really helpful detail.
At the end of Isthin's turn, you still need to make a save against Skull Rot, though.
Mm.
It's your skull is starting to emerge from your face, I think is basically what's happening. It's
Yeah.
terrible, these funguses.
27.
Okay, that is a failure. So you go back down to stage 3. Your drain condition goes up by 1, and you take 3d8 poison damage.
Okay.
You take 6 poison damage. Very bad damage roll on my part. It's now Trill's turn. Trill is looking at a near-death puffball and a near-death mag. What is Trill going to do?
Trill was so excited to kill the puffball, and then Mag got hit so hard. So if I shoot that puffball, it's going to kill Mag too.
Exactly.
It's going to go down too. So
Please heal me
I can
first.
run in there and fix that.
I'll just go ahead and heal Mag
Oh.
to begin. Just to, continue with this.
Fix me.
Death's door is what pops up on my screen there.
Fix me.
So let's go ahead and use another 4th rank soothe. And that's 42 points of healing.
That is
Big
going to
roll.
be
For
very
Mag.
helpful
Huge.
to my
and
overall
with
consciousness.
Trill's second, or was Trill's third action, Trill's going to just move back another
Yeah.
10 feet
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
when Mag does
Yeah.
kill it, Trill's not going to get hit.
Out of range. Out of range.
Trill's
All right.
now, I think, 30 feet away from it, so that's okay, right? 35 feet.
Yes, you're fine. The end game of this encounter is upon us. There's still a lot of things that could happen, but I think that this turn is going to be the last turn of this encounter. It's Mag's turn.
One way or another. Either it dies or we do.
Mag is prone. Mag is raging. Mag has the Earthbreaker. This puffball is in front of her. She can smell the musty fungal smell that so many people delight upon eating at their tables.
Yum.
It doesn't look so tasty now, does it? It's Mag's turn.
Now I will stand up. That should help things. 30 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
Great. Here is a terrible damage roll. 17 damage.
17 is enough to send this
Oh,
puffball crack down the middle.
Praise
There's a line between the two eyes of the screaming skull face on this puffball. As it cracks open, spores pour out of it.
What?
What?
Spores.
And we
everywhere.
are talking about Armat. We're talking about Istin and Mag needing to make a fortitude save to avoid taking. Sorry, I'm just rolling random dice.
rolled
Just
so many
ignore me.
dice.
Go for it.
You just
Jesus,
roll like
that's a lot of
150 dice.
He just-
I don't know what
This is
math.
rigged. This proves it's rigged.
Okay, so we're looking at 42 points of damage with a fortitude save attached to it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad they're both above that now. That's enough.
Aniston rolled a 1
I take
on
it
the
back.
die. I'm going to use my last hero point here.
Seems right.
Keep in mind, if you use this hero point, you're at wounded 2. If you roll another critical failure on this, you will go to dying 4 and you'll die.
If he rolls a 1 right now and he takes, because he would end up taking double damage,
Yeah.
would that kill him as well?
Yes.
So he has to do it.
Because the hero point wouldn't help him at that point, right? Because it's on a crit.
Yeah, you're right. It's sort of an academic
Yeah, so no
distinction.
matter what, he has to use the hero point now because
Yeah,
he's
he's
going to
gotta-
die.
I
If
mean,
he
he's
doesn't,
gotta
he's
use it
going
'cause
to
it
die.
Won't help him.
I mean,
And if he doesn't, it's bad. He's going to die.
Wait. I have this hero point. I have this hero point. Play when you succeed or critically succeed a saving throw that an ally just failed. Swap your result on the d20 with your allies.
Then are you
Well,
gonna
let's
die?
get your
Let's see
save.
how you
David.
do.
My save is a
Also
Def-
one.
definitely thought I rolled this.
No, he had to re-roll because Lars reset
Good
it.
talk. Mine's a 31, but then it gets bumped up to a critical success.
Okay. So are we playing a hero point card?
Let me just think out what happens. So if I do this, he critically succeeds and he's cool. I will inherit his critical failure. I'll take 84 points of damage.
And go to dying 3.
So I'll go to dying 3, but then we're done, right? And somebody
But
can just get in and
Troll
patch
can
me up.
soothe you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Or AO can heal.
Okay.
One of the two.
So,
Yeah,
so
so
are we
I'm-
should I play the drop?
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes.
This is great.
All right. This hero point card is called If I Were You, submitted by Rigo from Chile.
Thanks,
Bad.
Rigo.
Rigo!
Ass.
Rigo.
Thank you. You just saved Iston's life, I think.
Yeah. Rigo, welcome into our game. Thank you for the submission. Holy crap, this is awesome. Trigger, play when you succeed or critically succeed a saving throw that an ally just failed or critically failed. That happened. Effect, you daydream for a moment what you would do in your ally's predicament, and that dream becomes reality. You swap your result with your allies, potentially changing both of your results. Okay. So Iston, a mag will fall, so Iston may live through this one.
Iston gets a critical success. Mag goes to dying 3. Mag, on the verge of death. But I think that we can just talk about what's going to happen without needing to go through turn by turn by turn. What happens? What are we doing to rescue Mag here?
AO runs up, which I believe takes 2 actions given how far I have retreated, and does battle medicine on Mag. Gauze wrapped tightly around her Dara face to avoid the spores that are circulating in the air.
In doing so, how many hit points are we talking about?
18.
Okay. That's enough to bring Mag back up to consciousness. And within 1 round, this poison passes from Iston's body. The 4 of you have survived this
Pretty brutal
encounter with 2 Reaper skull puffballs. Ready to push forward, retreat, I don't know what, but you have survived is the point. And we will pick up from there next time.
I think we just push forward, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I don't want to take the time to heal.
Yeah, I don't think we need to.
Yeah, no.
Roots of Ruin is a Tabletop Gold production produced under the Paizo Incorporated fan content policy, using trademarks and copyrights owned by Paizo that are covered under that policy. The Roots of Ruin is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. All original characters and content in The Roots of Ruin are the property of Tabletop Gold, and all rights are reserved. We at Tabletop Gold would love to hear from you. Visit our website, tabletopgold.com, to learn more about us and our shows, join the Golden Horde to get access to more shows, pick up great merch, and connect to the best online community in all of podcasting. Thanks for listening.